So welcome everyone. It's good to see you all. Thank you to Alan and the band for getting us into a nice, relaxed, chill-out mood for the next hour or so as we come together to celebrate good things. We meet for our awards night, and we want to welcome those people who are looking in on us via the web, and welcome to each of you as we join here together. We want to recognise on this evening the fantastic work that is going on each day just where you are, and where so many people are just getting alongside those who come to us, building relationships and encouraging transformation, who are simply bringing Jesus, being part of the mission of God. And as we've been reminded in this conference, sometimes using words, but always giving actions. So again, I want to recognise just now all the hard work that you are all personally involved in. To thank you for your commitment, your passion, your willingness to go far beyond what it says on the job description, and to meet people who are in distress and chaos and need, and to be there for them, to offer that hand up, to be Christ. So thank you. No, we want you to feel appreciated in all that you do. We want you to feel valued because we cannot do without you. We cannot do or be part of the mission of God unless we are all in this together. So thank you. And it's important, I believe, for you to know that even though you may not have been nominated for an award this evening, even if you don't receive an award tonight, you are valued. You are appreciated. And we would love to recognise you all with an award, but I guess that could take until next week. And we probably don't want to stay here till next week.
Amen, we do.
But more importantly, we can't stay here because there are people who need us. There are people who need us to get alongside them. So again, thank you for what you do day by day. This year we're pleased again to welcome our territorial leaders, Commissioners Clive and Marianne Adams, to this event and to an important part of our conference. We recognise their willingness, their desire to be here, and acknowledge the support that you give to social services, the interest that you show to all that takes place under the banner of social services in our residential centres, in core and in the community. So let's welcome them just now.
Friends, it's good to greet you in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. And I want to just reiterate and endorse the words of the Social Services Secretary in terms of the diligence and the commitment that you display on a daily basis, often unseen, unheralded, to ensure that people who are in need and whom God has sent us to minister to are helped. And so I want to just thank you for that. And I'm going to ask that those of you who are on headquarters, that you will stand, please, and turn and face the others. Please stand and face the others and give them a round of applause for what they do. Thank you for that. We also want to acknowledge the guys that have just clapped, don't we? Because they do a tremendous work as well in managing and administering social services. And so I want you to thank them by giving them a hand. Thank you. When I first heard about this concept, I was very skeptical about the fact that we would single out people when all of you are doing such a grand job. And I wondered what the effect would be. And then I came to my first one a couple of years ago and last year and discovered that you celebrate with those that are acknowledged. It's not like the Oscars where those that don't win, they sit there and put on a fake smile. Here, it looks like you genuinely appreciate the person who has been acknowledged. So I want you to sit back and relax and enjoy the evening. God bless you.
And a final welcome. We're pleased to greet Majors Wayne and Deborah Bungay, who are the divisional leaders in the East Midlands Division. Their first Social Services Awards night, not been in the country that long, from Canada, so you're very welcome to our awards night this evening, and I hope you enjoy all that takes place. So, So, time for the awards. And as previous years, we have awards this year for the 3 streams: homelessness services, community services, and older people services. Nominations for each award were submitted to a panel, and the winners were agreed. But this year, we wanted to acknowledge again other people. So we have introduced once again a highly commended award, and if you are the person who that is awarded to you, please come forward and receive a certificate from the Territorial Commander, and I guess you'll have your photo taken too. But in between the awards, again, we'll show some short films. See, nobody warned me about this when I stood up here. I've got a great team. They said, you get up there and you do everything tonight. And they just act the fool on the front row here and whatever. But it's good. We're all in this together. And I will get my own back on them. So for each award, there will be a winner and a highly commended. And in between the awards, we'll again show a few short films showing some of the work that is carried out day by day for the mission of God through the Salvation Army. So sit back and enjoy, and let's celebrate something of the great work that is going on in the name of the Lord.
A sleepy market square and a Georgian townhouse. Not the setting most would imagine for a rehab centre. But the Salvation Army's Gloucester House in Highworth has been helping people with addictions for the last 50 years. The centre manager is Susan Tollington.
It is such a privilege to be around people who are changing their lives. Most people who come here are ready to change. They may get here and think, oh no, this is really hard, I can't do it. So our job is really to be the cheerleader for them, to actually say, yes, you can do it.
Gloucester House can take up to 15 clients at a time. Most stay for 6 months, and they come from all walks of life.
I'd had problems with drink from like 18 to like mid-20s, and then I sort of got messed up with heroin and crack. every morning I was waking up, you know, just not wanting to be here. I was in a long-term relationship. I lost that through drugs. Shoplifting's funded me drug habit, and basically it was down to my mum, who phoned up every rehab in the country to try and get me in one. And luckily, Gloucester House accepted us, and yeah, I think it has saved my life.
Drugs and alcohol are no respecter of status, money, education. People come from all sorts of backgrounds. They get to a point where the pain of using is worse than the pain of not using. And at that point they think, I can't go on like this, I need to change.
I come straight from prison to here last Wednesday. Reason I've come here is to sort my life out, basically. I'm sick and tired of being on the drugs. I just don't want to be doing it no more. I've had enough.
I'm in to do me breath test.
All clients have already been through detox by the time they arrive, and there's a zero-tolerance approach to drugs and alcohol.
Yep. Thank you very much. All clear.
Yeah, this is my first rehab.
Right.
I'm grateful for being here.
The programme at Gloucester House provides a structured daily routine for people whose lifestyles have often been chaotic. As part of that routine, there's group therapy every morning, where the men can share their stories and encourage each other.
Someone would have found me dead somewhere on the street, and I'm grateful for this place for giving me another chance.
Then there are the one-to-one sessions with a support worker. For Rob, that's James Hanson, a former resident.
I'm blessed to be able to be in that position, to be able to sit down and provide that opportunity for someone to talk. I mean, I walked through that door 8.5 stone with a black bag, with nothing. You know, all my previous relationships, crippled. You know, my own doing through addiction. So it laid down the foundations. It made me experience for the first time in my life love and hope.
It's been absolutely terrific here. I haven't met a bad person in here. Staff are so helpful, and it's given me back control of my life. I've got choice now.
It's Friday afternoon, and time for tea and homemade cake at the weekly sharing session. Positive comments that staff and residents have written about each other.
It's been uncomfortable, but hey, I will get there and things will get easier. Cheers.
We are often called the Last Chance Saloon, and that is what Gloucester House is for many people. We have people come in here from hospital who have nearly died, often from drinking for many years. So those people deserve a fresh chance, and we can give them that. The Salvation Army has supported us over 50 years, and we want to carry on for another 50 years.
It's a great start, isn't it? Some great work at Gloucester House. So we start. Well, actually, I'm going to deviate from the script to start with, and we want to acknowledge the commitment and faithful service of 3 people who have served social services for many years, who have a heart for mission and a real desire to see the lives of people transformed. So I want to acknowledge these 3 people who have served for 30 years as Salvation Army officers, and ask that Majors Dave and Jill Coates and Major Hilary Watchorn come to the platform and receive your award from the Territorial Commander just now.
Sounds like the Houses of Parliament here sometimes. I'm also going to deviate from the script. I want to congratulate these 3 officers, but you see, they belong to a session, and each session of students or cadets, they are given a name, and they belong to the Guardians of the Truth session. And I know that because my wife is celebrating 30 years this year. She belonged to the same session. And I'm sure they'd prefer to get their awards from a sessional mate rather than from an old person like me. Please give them a hand.
Okay, so back to the script. The first group of awards is for exceptional contribution. This award is given to an individual member of staff, a volunteer, a service user, or a group who demonstrates determination, commitment, energy, enthusiasm, and goes above and beyond the call of duty to meet the need of the service. So the first award for exceptional contribution is within the homelessness services, and the person who the judging panel decided to award the highly commended award to is in fact not just one person, but a whole group of people. In fact, a whole staff team. Residents from the centre nominated a number of members of staff and volunteers at the centre for their support and dedication that they have to the centre and residents. So highly commended for exceptional contribution goes to the staff team at Swan Lodge Lifehouse in Sunderland.
The overall winner of this award was nominated no less than 20 times. She's a volunteer at the centre, and during her time has set up a literacy and numeracy programme where lots of residents continue to learn to read and to write. She then moved on to the horticultural side of the centre, where she engages residents in developing an allotment which has won a number of awards in the town. Alongside this, she has also set up a cooking programme and holds cooking classes each week, which helps build residents' self-esteem and confidence. Also, she has built up excellent links with the local university and introduced healthcare to the centre with regular visits and treatments from the dental school and other health initiatives. She invests much time and effort into the residents and is admired by them and staff alike. Her joy is to see the residents' lives improved and goes out of her way to ensure this happens. The 2015 Exceptional Contribution Award for Homelessness Services goes to Lindsay Withers from Devonport House Lifehouse in Plymouth.
those of you who don't know, this is not Lindsay.
I'd just really like to say thank you very much on Lindsay's behalf. She's going to be blown away. She is the most amazing person I've ever met. I've never known anyone with so much energy. And she really has kept the Lifehouse together incredibly, all by herself. She's just amazing. Thank you.
So we now have the award for exceptional contribution for older people's services. The person awarded, highly commended, has been a caring and faithful employee at the home for over 10 years. She is the activities coordinator at the home and is loved by all the residents and uses her ideas to plan and organise activities. In the past year, she has renovated the summer house, and now the fetes and teas are held there, and always a great success and raise money for the home. Highly commended goes to Joan Preston from the Linden House in Sandridge, St Albans. And the home manager, Shubesh Shrestha, will come and collect the award on her behalf.
Just to say thank you on behalf of June. She's a very hardworking person. She'll be extremely pleased to get this award and recognition. Thank you.
The winner of the exceptional contribution for older people's services is a head of care at the home, and she will have worked there for 20 years in September. She's motivational, inspirational, and is always ready to share her knowledge of working with residents with dementia. And by doing so, she ensures that they receive the best quality care from those who really understand their needs. She's changed and upgraded the environment of the home so that it's a better place for residents to live, where they feel comfortable and stimulated by their surroundings, from wall art to reminiscence areas. The staff team respect and admire her and are inspired by her dedication, and they all work tirelessly to make the home the best that it can be. The Older Persons Services Exceptional Contribution Award for 2015 goes to Sharon Cushley from Sir Samuel Kelly in Hollywood, Northern Ireland.
Just want to say thank you. I'm only as good as the team of staff behind me, so thank you.
So the last award for exceptional contribution goes to the community services, and the person who is receiving the highly commended award is someone who has worked for his corps in the charity shop since 2002 and is part employee and part volunteer. He is totally reliable, punctual, dependable, loyal and hard-working. He treats other staff members with respect and always has a positive attitude to his work. He is an asset to the corps. Highly commended goes to Nigel Morris from the Warrington Corps, and Sonia Hachula Ellsworth, the community centre manager, will come and collect the certificate on his behalf.
Thank you very much. I've got great pleasure in accepting this award on Nigel's behalf. I did tell him that I'd put him forward for an award, and he wrote a few lines for me just in case he did win, so I'm going to read them just in case. Yes, so here we are. He says, "First of all, I must congratulate those who nominated me and then selected me for this award. Their perspicacity is appreciated. Secondly, I'd like to thank you for arriving at the aforementioned decisions. It's not something I expected." Then again, I don't suppose I expected to be where I am today when I offered my services as a driver's mate back in 1997. I'm very glad I did, and I continue to enjoy, sometimes endure, the work with a loyal and keen staff by my side. Thank you.
See, it's all that forward planning that makes community services the best of the streams. The winner of the Exceptional Contribution Award for Community Services has proved to be an excellent manager of a community project which only opened 2 years ago and has thrived. The project has grown and now employs a goodly number of staff and volunteers, among whom are many young people and adults with learning disabilities. There are links with a local school and college where children and young people with a learning disability come to the project to volunteer, supported by job coaches. The project is a furniture and recycling project and exists to provide good quality furniture at a reasonable price. Furniture and home furnishings are donated and are repaired, cleaned, and then placed for sale within the large showroom. However, this showroom is more than a shop. The winner of this award has made the showroom a welcoming and safe place for the community and included a play area and a cafe. I'm delighted to announce that the Community Services Exceptional Contribution Award for 2015 goes to Gail Smith, the manager of the Berwick Furniture Recycling Project.
I'm totally overwhelmed, really. I can only say I've been able to do what I've been able to do because God has enabled and God has lauded the project. And it was initiated by people who had faith in God and who had vision. And it's maintained through people's prayers. And this belongs to the team. And I just want to thank you, and may God be glorified. Amen.
House, a 40-bed care home in the southwest of Edinburgh. In the cafe, home manager Hilary Forbes is doing the honours.
There you go, Rosa.
90% of the residents have some level of dementia, but they enjoy coming here.
They say that When they come in here, they feel like they're out with the home. They're not actually still in the home, so they think they're going outside to a normal cafe.
The cafe was formerly a dingy smoking room, but John was given a free hand to transform it into somewhere stimulating for the residents.
Because we're in the dining room and the residents spend a lot of time in the dining room, I get to know them quite well. And normally when a new resident comes in, I'll sit with that resident just to check what the likes, what the dislikes are, if they've got any dietary requirements. And they tell you about, you know, their life, and you're supposed to be there for about 50 minutes, it ends up to about half an hour, you know. It's like an extension to my family.
Today is one of the home's regular theme days, and the dining room is being transformed into a Western saloon. Meanwhile, the home's chaplain, Alison McCaffrey, is leading prayers and sticking to the theme.
Well, today, I'll give you a clue. Today, we're going to be thinking about the Wild West.
We have the prayers once a day, which is really the Christian thought for the day. John comes up with these themes, and we try to link it in. So the idea with the cowboy hat today is that cowboys, well, it's certainly in the films, saying, "Oh, give me a home where the buffalo roams," and just linking that into the scripture references to home and what home means to us.
Trust in God, trust also in me.
That spiritual side needs nurturing as much as the physical side. You ready again? Working with the elderly people, there is so much joy, so many mission opportunities for me. I learn so much, and it is so much fun.
Shall we go this afternoon? Have a coffee and a cake?
We do try to do quite a lot of individual activity. We try to promote one-to-one activity, which might involve hand massage, having your nails done, foot soaks, general one-to-one chat about the good old days, or even the bad old days. Even if it's just for a few seconds, we can engage with them.
You're looking well.
David Moore's wife, Linda, is someone who appreciates that personal care. She visits David every day.
This is the last illness I would have thought would have hit my husband. I have a week most days when I think about what was and what wasn't, you know. This was a man that was athletic, football, captain of the golf club, you name it, he did it. This place has been wonderful. He really has. It's airy, it's light, there's no nasty smells. The staff are lovely, they really are. And the chef here, I've got to mention him, is excellent. The food is wonderful.
That was also the opinion of the judges at the Salvation Army's Social Services Awards, where John O'Donnell's exceptional contribution was recognised. One of the things that particularly impressed the judges was the themed tea parties. And today the staff are throwing themselves into it.
The theme days are also a way of providing stimulation for the people who live here. They smile, they will laugh, they will come and put their arms around people who might be dressed up. They like to be with people who are having fun. And for me, it's a very meaningful activity.
Neil Scott, whose wife Ray is a resident, has also dressed for the occasion.
My wife's been in here nearly a year now, so I come down as often as I can, you know, just to give her a bit company.
So what's it like here?
Oh, rather slightly.
You know, the gentleman's saying, do you like it here?
Oh, it's very good. It is very good.
What's the food like?
The food like?
No, the food.
The food.
Yeah, what's it like?
You know.
It's very good.
Oh, well, if it's all
I
good.
come every Friday for my fish and chips. Highly recommend it.
I think it's went really well. When the staff are enjoying themselves, it influences down to the residents.
Do you like it?
Back tomorrow morning, start all over again, but without the theme.
So what a great place, and if you want to put your name down, Elaine sat here at the front. So the next section is for Manager of the Year. Winners of this award should be an inspirational leader, have a highly effective service delivery, and actively seek service user involvement, showing vision and innovation. And the first award is within the Older People Services, and they've chosen to make this award to the management team of the year to recognise that the whole team worked together to deliver high-class results and effective service. So the highly commended management team goes to a team where nothing is too much trouble for the residents. The team get on together really well, and nothing is too much trouble. The team work well and have an attitude that has an effect on the whole home. They are always calm in a crisis. They're always willing to help out by covering shifts or in the kitchen. They are totally committed to the home. And so the highly commended management team are from the Dewdown House Care Home in Weston-super-Mare. And just to say that whilst we are working with Saha on a few negotiations, we haven't moved it to Edinburgh just yet.
I'd just like to thank all my team and all the residents and the senior management team as well. Thank you.
The team who have won this award are from a home that consistently achieves a high level of success. At their last CQC inspection, they were fully compliant across the 6 standards that were reviewed. And since then, they've been inspected by their local authority and were found to be 100% compliant against all areas. However, the team haven't become complacent. There's vision for continuous improvement at this home. The credit for this success is, of course, a team effort from all the staff. But success of this kind is only achieved through clear and consistent leadership. The management team support each other and demonstrate through their shared values a clear vision and commitment to high quality care. And the home has got the reputation of being the best in town. The Older People's Services Management Team of the Year is the team from Holt House in Manchester.
This is for everybody at Holt House, staff and residents. Thank you.
The winner of the Manager of the Year Award for Community Services goes to the manager of an out-of-hours school children's club and has also set up an early years provision. She works tirelessly, leading her committed team to ensure that all the children and families who step through the door are welcomed into the church family through the activities that she plans for them. Through setting up the early years provision, she has built up a great reputation among the local parents and also works closely with the local schools, providing work experience for the students at a school which is in a high area of deprivation. She also provides emotional and practical support for the parents of the children in her care. Her office is an oasis where they can have space and offload their problems as well as seek advice and support. They come to her as the first port of call when they need someone to speak to and are very appreciative of the support they receive. The Manager of the Year for Community Services, then, is Francesca Brown, out of school and early years manager at Nottingham Aspley Corps.
I'd just like to say thank you very much, but to me, this is actually, I want to dedicate it to Adele, my deputy manager, because without you, I wouldn't be able to do this, so thank you.
So the final award for this category is for the Manager of the Year within the Homelessness Services. And the person who is highly commended for this award has led no less than 3 centres through some difficult times, and over the last year has motivated staff to engage residents in a number of activities. She has sought to develop the mission of her centres and promote this among staff members. She demonstrates excellent leadership and a willingness to work collaboratively with staff and residents at every level to impact service delivery in a positive way. So highly commended Manager of the Year is Steph Phillips from the Liverpool Homelessness Services.
For those who know me, I'm not very good at public speaking. It's not what I like to do, and I really was not expecting this tonight. I would have got changed. I thought I was going to be up here, to be honest, or fix me hair at least. Just thank you very much. I love doing what we do, and we'll continue to do it for as long as we can. Thank you.
Well, the winner of this award exemplifies the passion needed in our services to support transformation in the residents we serve. He has provided leadership and motivation to his team and set the foundations for the service to become one of the best within the Salvation Army's portfolio. He has demonstrated this through the service achieving 98% green and purple on their last IQI, and not satisfied with that, in September they received 100% green following an HMA inspection. He is also the elected chair of the Police Local Action Group. This is a community partnership changing the face of homelessness, and as a result they've seen a drop in the local crime rate. He developed the local approach to personalisation, and this is recognised as best practice. He has a personal vision of helping people better their lives and do what God wants us to do. It's a real privilege, therefore, to announce that the Homelessness Services Manager of the Year for 2015 is George Mitchell from Fellowship House on the Isle of Wight.
Well, if pride is a sin, then I'm a sinner tonight, because I am so proud of this. I've worked with 2 very good staff teams at 2 centres in the last year, and they've made me look really good with the hard work they've put in, and I thank whoever nominated me, because for me this is an affirmation that my career choices have been good and that God's put me in the right place. Thank you.
So we're going to take a short interval, listen to the band, and when you see the I'll Fight video, please return to your seats and be ready for the second half. Thank you.
While women weep as they do now, I'll fight. While little children go hungry as they do now, I'll fight. While men go to prison in and out as they do now, I'll fight. While there is a drunkard left, while there is a poor lost girl upon the streets, while there remains one dark soul without the light of God, I'll fight. I'll fight to the very end.
And now to... Now, the I'll Fight... Please behave. The I'll Fight speech has a painful memory for myself as a young lad. I worked in a hospital before I became a cadet at the training college. The hospital was known as the Royal Albert Edward Infirmary in Wigan in Lancashire. And I was asked by the corps officer to read a section of the I'll Fight speech. And I stood up in front of my home corps congregation and said, I'm going to read William Booth's I'll Fight speech, which was given in the Royal Albert Edward Infirmary. So I have a painful memory, and she's always like that. And now we come to a particular highlight of the evening, the I'll Fight Award. Those of you who've been to previous award ceremonies will know that this award has been given to someone who has overcome particular difficult challenges or fought to turn centres or a project around, despite the knock on the way, and someone who fights for social justice, fights for the vulnerable, fights for the marginalised. And this year, we again recognise such commitment and personal achievement. This year, we're celebrating 150 years of the Salvation Army, and we recognise that social work has been at the heart of the movement since it began. We also recognise how the need in society is not so different today. In May 1912, just a few months before he was promoted to glory, William Booth gave his last speech in the Royal Albert Hall in London, during which he gave his most famous rallying call to his troops. It was known as the I'll Fight speech. The I'll Fight Award for 215 is given to a couple who together share the role and responsibility of nurturing and developing a corps in a challenging and deprived community. Their partnership allows them to utilise their complementary knowledge, skills, and experience to provide an integrated mission approach to all community activities. Their heart
for their community, that they have built up a number of relationships with local agencies and individuals, and are seeing the fruit of that ministry as people had readily turned to the Corps and to the Salvation Army for help and support. Almost every day, any number of people will walk through the doors seeking guidance and support of the Salvation Army, which the winners of this award are only too readily to give. The Corps has had a checkered past with a number of highs, followed by a number of lows. And in that respect, it reflects the chaotic lifestyle of the community it serves. Under their leadership, we are sure that this won't just be another high, but that firm foundations are being laid on which a solid future for the Corps and community can be built. They were responsible for replanting the Salvation Army's work again in this town. It was birthed in prayer walking and on door-to-door conversations. From the outset, the community was the focus, with a desire to be relevant to the community and its core needs. The entire program is person-focused. As a result, the Corps is now seen as one of the community gatekeepers for local schools, the NHS, and the police, amongst others. The programme itself is varied and extensive in its social impact, but the gospel message is at the centre of it all. Many opportunities continue to be opened within the programme for missional engagement. Many lives are being transformed through the faithfulness of the service that these people bring. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my absolute privilege and pleasure to announce that the 2015 I'll Fight Award goes to Tom and Pamela Mitchell from the Easter House Corps in Scotland.
Well, that's the first in 33 years of marriage that I'm going to like to say something. God never ceases to amaze me. It's an honour and a privilege to work for the Salvation Army. Both Pamela and I are very passionate about the ministry that's been carried out in the Salvation Army at Easter House. I'm not nervous, I'm just taking my time. Andrew Vertigan kicked us off with Pamela in DHQ at the West of Scotland with a few words, and I don't believe that for a minute of Andrew. He comes across with a few words. And the journey we've started on, it's only just beginning, and God is just blessing the stuff that's happening at our hall at Easter House. The opportunities that God sends our way, just building up relationships, sitting down, drinking coffee, having biscuits. I was 10 stone when I started in the Salvation Army. I really don't know where I would be without the Salvation Army. The opportunities that I had when I worked in homelessness, when Helen Mackay started me as a receptionist, and it's an amazing privilege. We've got some great strap lines: belief in action, transformation, and I just want to say thanks very much, and this is all in honour of God. Thank you.
Low, I lost my job, didn't want to talk to no one. I'm living in this caravan in the village. I miss my mum, I miss my family, I miss friends. I've become reclusive, if you like. And I walked to the Salvation Army and I sat outside on the wall. It's been months. I'm watching all these happy people turn and frown, and I'm thinking, that's me. I should be in there. You know, they're my family. I need to be with these normal people, you know, nice, loving people. So I walked over and I see the lovely face of Major Carroll. A big, beaming smile, welcoming smile, which all I wanted, you know. Yeah, she went, you know, do you want a cup of tea?
Major Carroll is Carol Evans, CEO of Dunstable Salvation Army.
The mission statement for Dunstable Corps, which was in place long before I was, states that Jesus' love is for everyone and that everyone is welcome, and that's the people here are really committed to that.
Chris became one of the very first customers at the Corps' soup kitchen, which opens on Wednesday evenings. When he shared with helpers there that he had money problems, they put him in touch with the Corps' debt advice service.
Then they introduced me to a very good friend of mine now, Jim Burns. They got it down to a level that it was me and you one man, and now the debt's nearly done. It's gone. The headache's gone. I'm free of debt, and I made friends along the way.
Chris is just one of the 1,400 people who come through the doors of Dunstable Salvation Army each week to be part of one of the 36 different groups who regularly meet here.
Very normal.
The building can't just be here empty all through the week, just waiting for practices and meetings on a Sunday. So the vision really was to open it up to the community, but it's about building up relationships with people so that when the opportunity arises, we're there to listen and to pray with them, to welcome them to come to different things. It might be that someone comes into Weight Watchers, but they have got an elderly parent that does need to come to be visited and to come to our over 75s, or they have a granddaughter who is on their own with a small baby and might want to come to something else that we offer, or the debt advice. There's so many opportunities that link together.
And while some people come to receive help, others are looking for an opportunity to give something back.
How did you find out about us?
I was actually watching Tech Centre, and they said about volunteering in your area.
It's not just about what we can give, what we can offer to other people, but it's helping them to recognise that they too have a part to play here. And I think that plays dividends because people come in, they're welcomed as they are, and then we seek to help them to find a place too within the service, and then hopefully that leads them on to find a place within the worship.
For if the willingness is there, the gift is acceptable.
Chris O'Brien is now a regular worshipper at Dunstable and is preparing to become a soldier.
I can enjoy life now. I can smile again. I've got my big family, you know, a big family of loads of people that sit in that army, and each one of them genuinely have my welfare, you know, in their head and think of me as a person, and I love it.
And so we come to the final awards to celebrate the very best work that is taking place within our centres and corps. We've had the best managers and individual recognition, and now we present the accolade for the best of the best. Of course, as I've already said, all our centres and all our work is important, and we wish we could give everyone an award this evening. But apart from anything else, our budget doesn't stretch to an award, a trophy. But you are all appreciated for all that you do. So the first award is for the programme of the year in our community services. The programme which has been awarded highly commended for this category is a core programme which focuses on growing vegetables, cooking and budgeting. It infuses modern imaginations with practical healthy eating and food preparation ideas. It also teaches people to cook and budget and live healthily in a fun and educational way. A life coach works alongside the teaching to improve morale and mental health problems which are a result of long-term unemployment and related poverty. The highly commended award goes to the Victory Programme at Crook Corps in the Northern Division.
I'm amazed. I'm so happy to receive this award on behalf of our staff team and volunteers that have worked tirelessly to make this a reality. But really, the glory goes to God. It was his idea. It was born in a prayer time that my husband and I were having at one time to just really uplift the community of Crook. And so I just want to give all the glory to God. Amen.
The winner of the Programme of the Year in Community Services is awarded to a drop-in programme which provides a safe and welcoming place where people can come and eat, meet friends and seek advice and guidance. Many of the people who use this drop-in service have significant and complex needs, including issues with substance misuse, housing issues, benefit issues, employment and mental and physical ill health. The drop-in has outreach workers from various agencies who attend and who offer specialist help in these areas. They offer support throughout the drop-in and refer people to access for more long-term support. So this drop-in offers a neutral setting where people can come and seek help and advice using networking opportunities with other agencies in an environment where people can feel safe. So the winner of the Community Services Programme of the Year is Herbies at Great Yarmouth Corps, and the DDCS Major Heather Coles will collect the award on behalf of the service. Thank you.
And so I say thank you on behalf of Herbies at Great Yarmouth. They will be utterly amazed. But they do it because they want to reach those that are in great need. But they do it because they have a love for the people, and they do it for God. Thank you.
So we move to the Older People's Services Home of the Year, and the Highly Commended Award goes to a home which buzzes with activity as the staff work hard to engage the residents in a wide range of programmes. The home consistently achieves high levels when inspected and has a reputation of being the best home in the town. The Highly Commended Home of the Year goes to Holt House in Prestwich, Manchester.
She's not usually a few words like that. The winner of the Home of the Year is a home which is known for its caring atmosphere, and the staff are always willing to give their own time for residents. The whole team work together and all views are listened to and suggestions considered. The staff team have no difficulty in raising issues with the home manager, as they know she'll do her best to resolve them. The home's well known in the town and they have an excellent relationship with the local authority, local health service and other residential homes in the area. They have an excellent reputation to the extent that local social workers seek to place relatives there. The home also has always got 100% occupancy and a waiting list. There are always new things to see and do to make life interesting for the residents. The home is often decorated to reflect the time of year and special occasions. A relative has said that it's been the best thing ever for her mother to be at this home, because it is her home and not just a residential home, and her mother has an amazing quality of life. The staff members have a caring approach to the residents, and the residents are at the centre of everything. The winner of the Older People's Services Home of the Year is Glebe Court in Lewisham.
I'd forgotten I'd got to say something, which is really unusual for me. Well, Jenny is my administration manager and she's watching this on the train, but she hasn't got the foggiest idea what I'm saying because she's forgotten to take her headphones. So Jenny, this is for you and all the other staff who embarrassed me this afternoon and now get my own back. This is for every one of them at Glebe Court. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes, I was just going to say, it's Hillary's birthday today, so there's a great birthday present. So just before we move to our final award, we just want to to pause and recognise a partnership that we enjoy with the Salvation Army Housing Association. A lot of what we do is enabled because of the work that they do to help us in all that happens year upon year. So we thank them for their support, and each year there is a homeless event called the Partnership Trophy, and it is a partnership, and we recognise there something of the partnership that goes on. Here's a little clip of, we're hoping it's last year's one. If it isn't, just be surprised and enjoy it.
Five-a-side football teams are arriving for the annual Partnership Trophy at the Power League Stadium in Birmingham.
Ready?
But these are not your usual players. All the teams are made up of homeless men and women living in Salvation Army lifehouses from all over the country.
Welcome, my name is Terence, welcome to Lucas Air Power League. Today's going to be a fantastic day. We're going to quickly run through, just going to shout out the team names. Booth House A!
After a few preliminaries, it's on with the action.
For me, the day like this, it just brings everybody together. It gives a sense of community, sense of involvement, sense of teamwork, companionship, supporting each other, all of those things. It's a really good day.
This is the 5th year that a tournament like this has been running. Last year's winners, Logos House from Bristol, are one of the favourites. The special guest for the day is Arsenal and England legend Tony Adams.
I didn't expect to be alive when I was 30, must be said, the way that I was abusing alcohol. My career was being rushed up, and family life was a mess, and there was a point where, you know, I threw up my hands and asked for help, and the help was there. And yeah, if I can engage with some of these guys and maybe direct them in a different direction, then that's why I'm here.
The final is a repeat of last year. Booth House from London versus Logos House from Bristol. Logos House win 3-2, and the Partnership Cup is theirs for the 2nd year in a row.
Well, it's a great day. It didn't show the fact that it was blowing a gale and lashing down with rain, and I think that's probably where Howard's glasses went. But it's great to work in partnership together. So the final award to the Homelessness Services Centre of the Year, and the highly commended award winner is undoubtedly highly deserved. The Centre of the Year clearly demonstrates good practice, evidence of integrated mission, a trained and committed workforce, consistent performance and good outcomes, with a clear focus on being strategically relevant, ensuring that the needs of service users are a priority. And this year, the highly commended Centre of the Year goes to a centre where they are committed to creating transformation in people's lives and perceptions. Residents and staff work as a team on a number of social enterprises, and the whole team are involved in the planning, budgeting and reviewing the progress of the services. The highly commended Centre of the Year is Booth House in Swindon.
Thank you very much on behalf of every resident and every member of staff who really make it a fantastic centre to live and to work in. Thank you.
And so to the winning centre. This centre consistently performs well and has successfully introduced personalisation into its programme, the first pilot to do so. They achieved Grade A status at the last SP inspection, and in the recent IQI inspection following personalisation, the inspector reported that, and I quote, "It was evident that the personalisation programme and the use of personalisation tools has led to the continual development of the service and has enabled clients to grow in confidence and take more control of aspects of their life." Staff continuously work hard to develop the programme. Residents' outcomes have improved, with 7 residents attending football training at Norwich Football Club and 1 being chosen to represent England. I didn't know England had a football team, but there we are. 1 being chosen to represent England and captained the team of the Homeless World Cup in Chile. The centre received compliments from several external agencies following their work with particularly difficult young people and supporting a resident through a home detox programme. I am therefore genuinely delighted to be able to announce that the Homelessness Services Centre of the Year for 2015 is Kings Ripton Court.
Okay. As a good manager, I know how to delegate. No, sorry. Okay, speak from the heart, because I always thought you lot knew when you were getting your awards, okay, that you'd been given the nod. I can safely say that doesn't happen. This is fabulous, thank you very much. And I've always thought a manager can't do their job unless they've got a fabulous person behind them, and a fabulous staff team, and a fabulous residents who can be very challenging, but they're amazing as well. I wouldn't be here without God, who has helped me through personal difficulties and work difficulties in the closing of a centre I worked at before. But to know that he has directed us here is amazing. So the glory does go to God. Thank you very much. Thank you, Joyce.
So that's it for another year. Well done to all those who have received awards, and well done to all of you who keep your daily commitment and passion to the work that you do. I hope this evening for you has been inspirational, that it has been challenging, and I hope it's brought you further motivation to keep doing what you are doing day in, day out. So a big thank you to our territorial leaders for your support once again. Thank you to Alan and the band again for your support. And I know she'll kill me later, but I'd like to say a special thank you to Catherine Lloyd, who's hiding in the back corner there, who's put this evening together, who's written the script and organised all the awards and really just helped out with the conference. So thank you, Catherine, for all your hard work. And before we finish, I'd just like to acknowledge another group of unsung heroes who day by day keep the leadership team in order at THQ. Those who organise us and make sure that we're at the right meeting at the right time and support us with administrative tasks. So to Liz, who's been here handing out the awards, and to, where are you all, Kerry, and to Joe, and to Robina, and to Sasha, thank you. We couldn't do it without you. And so we look forward to another year where lives are transformed, where people will be given a hand up, and where they will see and hear the love of God. And we make that our prayer. And so I pray that the Lord might bless you and keep you. That the Lord may make his face to shine upon you and to be gracious to you all. I pray that the Lord will turn his face toward you and give you his peace, now and forevermore. Amen.